Hello, everyone. So we're at just about 3.5 hours until the Alpha Wave 2 starts for Godforge. So super excited about that. I'm going to show some of the stuff I've been working on the website. So probably one of the biggest things under heroes, the status effects are now all entered for all the champions, and so you can search for what is somebody that maybe I want to somebody that does attack up on all my team, and you can apply that filter and see all the ones that do that. You can also toggle it to show only your heroes. You can mark any of your heroes using this box. If you haven't signed in or will ask you to sign in, you can just create a free account or sign in if you've got one. You can, that can be debuffs to, like what's everybody that, does defense down on, well, let's say just anybody. Maybe if it's a boss, we don't care if it's single target or random or whatever. So we can look at that and see the heroes that can do that. As always, you can filter by all different things, which can be helpful in, any of the alpha challenges. Maybe you need, to do it with a defender. So you can see all defenders, toggle it to show only the ones that you have, and filter them that way. There's also the table view where you can easily see all that as well. You can toggle heroes on and off here. You can sort by the different things, or maybe you want to see who has the highest speed or the highest initiative, and you can again toggle that to just your heroes. Then there's this new chart view. I want to thank Runen on Discord for suggesting this, and if you have your own suggestions, you can visit the Discord by clicking on this link down here, and we'll love to hear any suggestions and stuff that you have. That would be useful. But this chart view lets you see all of the heroes plotted out with, right now this is showing by how much health they have. Higher up is more health, and then higher over is more attack. So like, maybe you're looking for somebody that's, both tough and can hit hard. You can see, people towards the top right corner would that's that. They're grouped by a faction. You can also group them other ways. So, maybe by archetype. I thought it was really interesting just getting to visualize this, where you can really see, when it comes to like health and attack, the slayers, for instance, really do kind of hang out in lower health but higher attack. The brawlers kind of have a higher of both of them. Defenders, more health, less attack. Well, that was super interesting, just being able to visualize that. You can click on them to see the hero. You could go to their details page. You can also toggle off one. So, if I just want to see, what are all of the brawlers. And then, you can do it by affinity too. Like, what's the easiest to see? Like, what is my, highest health and attack, cunning person is Anubis here. As well as allegiance. And then you can also change what this is by. So like maybe I want, I'm trying to build a tank, I want health and defense. So now the x-axis is defense and health is the y-axis. So you can see, Heimdall's, super strong on, both health and defense. And anybody up here is going to be stronger for both of those. Or maybe you're looking at, maybe you're interested in, speed and accuracy. Again, you can kind of see the, disruptors hang out, with higher accuracy, or, speed and initiative. So anyway, that's, again, that can be filtered by just your heroes too. So it allows you to see, which of my heroes is, has high, speed and accuracy, and they're up here. So that's new. You can also, let's see, I've got some new items in here. So we've got the realms or factions, which is not new. Affinities, status effects. There's a few changes here just to try to make it a little more concise. until before we had like accuracy up, we had 1, 2, and 3 as the 3 separate things. I've combined those to kind of shorten the list some. And you can even hide the descriptions if you just want to, maybe a a cheat sheet to see all of the icons and what they mean all on one screen. You can do that. The imprints, you can see all the imprints that are out there. So for those of you who haven't played yet, you can extract basically it's generally like a slightly weaker version of any hero's passive as an imprint, and then you can put that on weapons to give that passive basically to other heroes that are using that weapon. It's a really, really cool and fun system. So you can see all of those in here, and then you can search that also. So maybe we're building somebody around with, Blaze, and we want to look at, everybody that has anything to do with Blaze and find one of these that we want to use. Similar with weapons, can see all of the weapons in game. Their primary stat seems to either be accuracy or attack, and then what they do. Again, you could maybe what's one that has something to do with healing, and search by that. So I'll just look into them. There's the armor sets, where you can see all of the different pieces, as well as these are all the possible main stats that each one can have. So like legs or boots can have speed, boots and helmet can have initiative, etc. And then you can see all the sets, what they do. Again, you can search that. If I just want to look at what's the Eagle set do, I can easily bring that up, or what's a set that has something to do with bleed, stuff like that. And then there's the Alpha Cavern stages. This has all of the different stages and just what's required to get 2 stars on it, and then as well as what stages give different awards. So stages is ending in 0 to like 10, 20, 30, 40. They give champions and books. Books are used for upgrading abilities. 1 through 4 and 6 and 7 give certain pieces of gear. That's actually changing some in, I think stages 120 plus. You can actually get any piece of gear from the different numbers, and then you'll be able to choose which set you want to farm based on the different numbers. And then 5 gives ending at 5, so that'd be 5, 10, 15, or sorry, not 10, 5, 15, 25 give you stones. That's what you use to ascend heroes. And then ending in 8 gives you weapons and additional gold. Ending in 9 gives you steel for upgrading weapons, and it also gives you extra XP. And then you can see all those too. Also have some details on the bosses, so all of their skills, what they do with any of the skills on the site. You can always hover over them and see what they do. Can see. Got these icons. The dashed lines means that it's something that he applies to a target enemy. The solid line is things that he applies to all enemies. And can see all that he does. And then got community guides down here too, where different people have posted videos for or guides on how to tackle this boss. Same for Fafnir. He has actually 2 different phases where he goes from enraged to exhausted, so you can see all of his skills in his enraged phase as well as exhausted phase. And then let's see, we've got a couple tools here too, which touch on. So I didn't build these. They're I've tried to make it as easy as possible for them to get all the data that they need from my site, but that's the extent of my contributions. And this one's by Adhox World, so you can click on his profile to check him out, see all of the yes, his links, any that guy's articles he's done, but you can check out his links. It's it's basically trying to give you all in one screen um an idea of how good any champion is, as well as some uh, yeah quick and easy to access info about them. So we've got this champion up. We can kind of see how their stats compare to the average, basically, and then give them a rank off of that. So you can see, say if you pulled Anubis, and see like just across the board, his stats is on the high end. Like he's the third ranking champion across all of them when it comes to stats, and then can see their his skills and multipliers and such. Can see if we choose what level he is. So he's maxed out at 60. See how hard he hits these. It's actually only works for I think attack champions at the moment. So let me it's an attack champion. Achilles. The guy would show how hard he'd actually hit. If we reset this so that we don't have any champions selected, you can even sort by this. So let's see. I can click on the focus mode to see like all of them. And so some of the hardest hitting ones are actually, let's see, Zeus and Beowulf. So let's go to Zeus, check him out. And so you can see he has a 500% multiplier on his core ability, and so with his attack, that's one of the hardest hitting abilities in the game, it looks like. And then 10-man Rio's AI optimizer. So you can watch a video to check it out, but basically he's just gathered a whole bunch of the info about how systems work in game and put them into a text document. So you can put that into ChatGPT or Grok or some AI tool, and then just query it based on that, which can help find connections and stuff that didn't realize. Got that, and then let's see. I guess the final thing is just on the heroes. I have been putting in all of like the skill icons and stuff, so I know sometimes on the awakening screen, it can be hard to know which skill is actually upgrading. You can easily see the icons in here if you've got it on a second screen or something to see what that's doing. Let's see, these icons are new where it shows just a quick view of what's done. Let's see. For people that self-buff, it's just like these dotted lines for the buffs on themselves, and then dash lines for target ally or target enemy, and that's solid line for AoEs. If you're a content creator, you can sign up and add guides to any of the hero pages as well. So that's what I've got. I think that's most of what's new. Constantly doing stuff behind. Oh, another thing, if you haven't used it before, this is super easy. Like anytime you can just press slash and start typing a hero name. So like if I type Hercules and press enter, it'll bring up that hero. So it makes it very easy to quickly get to any hero. That's what I've got. Super excited to start playing again today, and I'll see you guys in game.